G'day guys, I thought I'd make a general knowledge video about Japanese IAC systems. Many European cars are the same, like BMW, E36, I think some of the E46s maybe, no, E36. Now, when people speculate like IAC failure, this is the Mitsubishi system. There's multiple coils in there. They fail with heat, whatever, not ever in this Lancer, but in the Magnas, right? Now, they're all different, but they all do the same thing and they can get blocked up in that. Number one, do not put fluids in here, right, that are going to dribble in and stay there, because it'll turn the deposits into a glue and then you'll have to pull the whole thing out. So, or it'll burn it out. So getting a bit of thinners in there will just make the situation worse. This car's a map sensor and manifold absolute pressure sensor. It can run right now, and basically I spray the stuff in and whatever. Now, regarding the throttle bodies, which they're not too sensitive here, but just use a rag and otherwise you're just going to be forever spraying. You might want to decarbonize your engine if it doesn't have high miles, and that you do very well through here with a map sensor, not an airflow meter. But you know, if you're going to wash the carbon off in there and it's got 200,000 miles, don't do it. Right now, this is for people who are wondering whether the IAC valve is maybe not working suddenly, and the car might only do the symptom when it's hot. So, whoops, that was silly. This car's only got 45,000 Ks. It's a 2000 CE Lancer. Volkswagen should learn a thing or two about these cars, because the only thing these cars ever had was that leaking top hose. There it is there. So we changed all the clamps on our customers, and even then it stopped. So this car's moved to red coolant, funny enough. Now, back to the IAC valve. So Nissan uses their system. Daihatsu, Honda, for example, Honda have a bypass screw. These do as well, right? From memory, is there? Yep. So, now, Honda, when you do this, won't respond well. It might give you a hard time telling you that it's working, but I just want to show you what you should hear and the different ways of doing it just very quickly. Hear that? So that's the car recovering. I flick the key back and forwards. Now, Toyota will do it all the time and rev higher and higher. Mitsubishi seems to, once or twice, it'll learn and it won't do it again. Like, it will just shut the valve down. So you give it a rev. See, I just did it then, look. It's not doing it because it's Mitsubishi. But if I turn it off, start it, and now do it. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Now, the IAC valve is fine in this condition. Another way of doing it is this. But see, power steering doesn't give you enough of an idea, right? Now, another way is this. On Toyota, you'll hear it much, much louder. Okay. Another way is this. Oh, I'll just turn the aircon off. Now, Toyota's much easier. This is a very big orifice here, and it's burning hot with coolant. So I just burnt my finger sort of doing that, but I'll give you an example. I'll show you. Now I can hear that idle valve opening. Hear it there? So that's a fine control. Okay. Right, watch this. So there's different ways of doing it. On Toyota, that's fine, but that's why I'm teaching you this system. This is what I do on all the Jap cars, right? And it indicates whether it needs a clean or not. So if it can barely do it, it just needs a clean, and it's doing it. But if it's dead, right? Or blocked. So watch again. And that's what you want to hear. So you can hear it's got full travel. You don't have to check resistance and all that bullshit. Okay, these used to come good sometimes when we used to tap them. But yeah, it's quite hard here because it's pulling vacuum in from a few places. Right. I just really want to show you guys without turning the key on and off, because I guess it does trigger engine lights in more modern cars. All right, let's use my magic putty. Hope it doesn't get sucked in. No. You don't want to be doing this if it's going to go in there, but look. See the cars? Look. It should now, it's opening the IAC valve, right? And when I let go, the rev should come up. So it's good I'm doing it on this Mitsubishi, because Toyotas, you don't need to do this. Toyota, you just turn the key, right? Look. Okay, see, I didn't know this. I didn't know Mitsubishi was so difficult with that. So that's what you do. You don't need to even take the air filter off. You get in the car and you do this. Look, okay, so you shut it down once, start it, give it a rev. On Mitsubishi, on Toyota, you just do it, right? Now, switch it off and, oh, whoops, sorry. You could hear it then. That's full travel for the IAC valve. Now, these are great when decarbonising with foaming agents and that. Any car with a map sensor. But especially these Mitsubishis, they've got such a punch in them. We used to drive them around without the air filters in them when we had them. Like the... And now the third and final way of checking it. Okay, this is what I do on some vehicles. Ready? Also, when cleaning it, it's good because then you're getting it to move. That's very important. Very, very handy on the Ford Falcons. Which, do you know a Ford Falcon throttle body can handle this spray through the IAC valve and idle its way up out of it, and then when you let go of it, the car's at like, you know, a high RPM. So these cars obviously are small and they stall, but that's another easy way. So the first way is to do it just with the key and sitting in the car without opening the bonnet. So you do this. Right, look. Look. So you don't need the air filter off for that. The second way on other cars is to just put your finger over it and it does it straight away. Or to check absolute fine tuning of your IAC, you do this. God, they're easy to stall, aren't they? Unbelievable. I don't remember them being that easy to stall. So now you notice if I give it a rev, look, you'll hear it slowly opening. Ready? Some cars, when they stall now, backfire fire in your face, so don't do that. That's why I mentioned this one last, because if you're going to do this and just get a little bit in there, you're actually going to jam your valve. So that's for us to do. The best way to do it is, as I said, and I'll just keep doing it, I love it. So you can see the car, like Toyota now would have just idled the hell out of it. Mitsubishi's a lot more smoother and less, and Honda's even more so. Honda's just, you can barely even tell. But there you go. Anyway, hope that helps. And that's general knowledge of this type of system. Thank you.